Hi, I'm Ben McSheffrey and I'm the Technical Training Manager for Symmons Industries. Today I'll demonstrate how to service the Symmons 8210CK MaxLine Thermostatic Mixing Valve. The redesigned MaxLine TMV is virtually maintenance-free, but if debris, hard water, or sediment causes an issue, fortunately the valve is very easy to maintain and service. Here are the tools you'll need. The tools needed to disassemble the MaxLine are a large adjustable wrench, a T20 Torx wrench, sometimes referred to as a star screwdriver, a thermometer, either dial type or digital, a rag or paper towels, a cup of white vinegar. The Symmons MaxLine TMV has been redesigned with a smaller footprint, a metal bracket, and fewer internal parts. The thermostatic cartridge that regulates the water temperature is the only serviceable part in the MaxLine, and it's easy to clean and replace. Debris and mineral deposits are the usual suspects when temperature or water flow issues arise, and both can be resolved by simply cleaning the cartridge. Let's take the MaxLine apart and see what's involved. First, shut off the water supplies to the valve and open the faucet to relieve any water pressure. The MaxLine can be repaired in place. There's no need to disassemble any water piping. Start by removing the screw in the adjustment cap using a T20 Torx wrench. Remove the cap and set it aside with the screw. Use an adjustable wrench to turn the cartridge retaining nut counterclockwise to remove it. You can set that aside as well. Grab the thermostatic cartridge and gently pull on it to remove it. The cartridge O-rings have tight tolerances, so try rotating the cartridge as you pull it out of the valve body. This is the MaxLine TMX303 cartridge. It controls the water temperature using a thermostatic design, and it's incredibly durable and reliable. Chances are, if the valve is having issues, the cause is likely debris from the water supply that's caught in the stainless steel screens, or could be a buildup of minerals that's affecting the thermostatic elements. If it's debris, it should be recognizable almost immediately. It could be something like sand, dirt, or pieces of solder. Just clean off the screens with a rag or paper towels. Don't forget to flush out the valve body too, just in case there's more sitting inside the ports. If the issue is a buildup of minerals, just soak the cartridge entirely in white vinegar until it's dissolved. Depending on the amount of buildup, this process could take a matter of minutes or hours.
2 very boring minutes later.
Rinse off the cartridge completely once the cartridge is cleaned. A good tip is to keep a spare cartridge on hand to replace immediately and get the valve up and running again quickly. Just save the cleaned cartridge for future use. When installing the cartridge, be sure to gently push it all the way down until it seats fully in the valve body. Next, insert the cartridge retaining nut and tighten it slightly with the adjustable wrench. Be careful not to over-tighten it, just snug it up. When that's all set, turn on the water and check for leaks. The last step is setting the temperature to meet code and safety requirements. The temperature setting may vary depending on your situation or location, but for this training, we'll set our outlet temperature at 110 degrees. The gray cap is used to adjust the temperature by turning the cartridge until the preferred temperature is reached. Place the cap on the cartridge without using the screw. We'll get to that later. The cap is designed with a knurled ring on the inside that acts as a lock to prevent tampering. To adjust the temperature, lift the cap up slightly out of the locking ring to allow it to spin. Turn on the water to the faucet and let it run for a minute or so to get the hot water flowing. Then, using the thermometer, check the temperature at the spout. Slowly turn the cap to adjust temperature. The cap is embossed with directions, clockwise for colder and counterclockwise for hotter. Once the water flow is at the preferred temperature, push the cap back down until it locks on the knurled ring and reinstall the screw with the Torx wrench. That's it. Pretty easy, right? Thanks for choosing the Symmons MaxLine 8210CK TMV. If you have any questions related to the maintenance of this or any Symmons product, do not hesitate to call our technical support team at 1-800-SYMMONS. On behalf of the entire team at Symmons, thanks and have a great day.